Well, hello my CNC brother or sister. I am Garrett and I'd like to welcome you to this video. Guess what? As of November 1st, it is Christmas time. Every year, November 1st is when we officially kick into Christmas season and people start getting Christmas on their mind. And so that's when they're buying cutesy things like little wooden Christmas trees that light up and personalized ornaments and pretty little signs, things like that. But one of the things that I want to do in this video is really kind of help you out with this whole Christmas idea thing. And Christmas is obviously seasonal, and so it's not one of these things that you do year-round. So you need to ramp up and just keep that in mind, that it is not your annual income when it comes to this holidays, to a CNC business. But it can be a very good source of a nice surge of income. This is the time when people are spending money and in good moods and having time with family, what have you. So let's talk about this a little bit. I'm going to go through a couple things here. We're going to talk about what you should be making, what you should stay away from, and give you a couple little pointers here. So first of all, being in Christmas, we are the ones that are working. Yeah, and you should be amping up by now. Ideally, you will have some baseline products in the pipeline already by November 1st, because you have about 5 weeks that you can sell stuff in. When it comes to about 3 weeks before Christmas, people are getting out of the cutesy, give me the nice little new family ornament for this year, and they're getting serious about the big dog stuff that they're going to be getting. One of the things in Christmas, you've heard of last minute shopping. Well, there's last minute making, and you are in it if you haven't made stuff. So you want to get going. So let's talk about this a little bit. Number one is be ready to work. Yes, this is a time where our business is amping up, and when the money is coming in if you do this right. So you want to get your stuff out there. So what do we make? Well, number one, if you don't know if it's going to be selling, don't make a ton of stuff thinking it's going to sell no matter how cute you think it is, because you don't know, number one, if you got the market out there, number two, if you have the resource that's going to put it out in front of customers. So we're going to talk about online and offline briefly. If you're making signs and things like that to say North Pole Company, picture of Santa Claus and what have you, these signs are spontaneous purchases. So just remember, probably the better place to have those things at are in consignment shops. This is the time when people are going out to these little artsy crafty towns and their little wintertime festivities and selling stuff and celebrating, and that's when stores are selling stuff. So really that's the better place to get that stuff out. There's two ways you can do it. Number one, you can come up with a consignment agreement with the store owner or store owners, and or you can sell it to them outright. But you want to have a good product to present to them. Talk to them. Go up to the store owners, just talk to them and see what you guys can work out. The signs online. People are not necessarily looking for general Christmas signs online. So if you're putting your pretty little signs in Etsy or on your website, you're not going to see a lot of sales, because people are looking more for personalized stuff when it comes to getting onto Etsy, things that are really special to them. So if you have stuff on Etsy that's more generalized, that's the reason you're not selling a lot of them. You want to try to learn what people want. Very, very important, because you can only sell what people want. You can't sell what they're not really interested in, or if they're not hanging out in the area where you're selling your product, meaning the people who are in the tourist towns are ready to spend some money on touristy general stuff, but they're not there in Etsy doing the touristy general thing, ready to spend some money. Always online, people are going for specifics. So that's what you want to keep in mind. Keep your items limited. Don't make a ton of stuff until you know, until you know you are selling them. All right, so we've talked about signs. Christmas markets, craft shows, the little artsy touristy towns that people just like to go to for a Christmas evening out on Saturday, taking the family out. All right, let's talk about ornaments, because ornaments is another big one. if you can nail this right. All right, so you want to be a little bit different in this area. Number one is there's a lot of ornaments out there. I mean, let's just face it, Christmas time is ornament time. So they are just as plentiful as ants are in an ant mound. So your ornaments need to be a little bit different and a little more special. One of the things you want to do is obviously make personalized ornaments. And the more personalized they get, the better it is. If it's special event type of ornaments like graduations, that's getting really good. And the years and the person's name, that kind of stuff is really, really good. And the graduation, if it's oriented towards what they've graduated. Nurses, you know, ornament of a nurse's cap, the white cap that they used to wear. One of the other things that you really want to tap into are fads. Fads are those things that come and go, but when they are a fad, everybody and their brother wants them. And that's the whole thing. There's so much demand that they get sucked out of the system and they're being pumped out so fast that you barely have time to catch the fad. So with fads, you want to catch them ahead of time. This is actually good for all year round, but you can have a fad ornament type of thing. So fads, if you can get in early on the game, or even kind of midline on the game, at least you can sell some of that stuff. Work on it and make some stuff. With fad stuff, you can get a little more personalized, and that'll make you a little more special, make you stand out a little bit. Now, there are other things that, big events, right? Things that are happening in the world that people are very aware of or have been a part of. A good example is in 2020, the pandemic. People made a buttload of money selling virus Christmas ornaments. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that this is something we should be celebrating, but in a way, it's like I was there, I did that, and that's my memory of being there. So something like that, if people are buying it, figure out, make it and sell it. Because people are buying it. Even if we don't necessarily agree with it, if you want to make money, you got to work with the market, because the market is the one that's giving you the demand, and your personal opinion doesn't matter. I mean, I do understand this idea of if this is something you're very strong in, something, and you're very passionate about that, and it's what's in your heart, of course, you're not going to make something that's kind of on the other side. So that's okay, right? Because that's what your specialty is. I just want you to remember that because we might think something is not cool, like personally the virus Christmas ornament, it was not something that really I would want to be making. But if you get behind it and understand why, then that's when it becomes important. I got somebody give me a call. Okay, I'm gonna have to decline that call. There's a certain relevance behind it. Okay, the relevance is I was there, and this is my memory of it. Believe it or not, there's this deeper meanings to everything. So if you have a negative personal opinion about it, remember, there's always another side to the coin. Now, here's another one for you, and this is where you can do really, really well at. When there's emotionally charged things going on. So, in 2020 was election year, and believe me, as you know, there's really stiff division between presidential candidates, and people were selling the crap out of both sides of the game, right? They stayed out of the political thing and said, you can have your opinion, I will make stuff for you, it doesn't matter to me, I have my opinion to you doesn't matter anyway, your opinion to me doesn't matter anyway, that kind of thing. You're still going to make money with it. And this year, 2021, we've got an emotionally politically charged thing going on. Tap into it. Make an ornament that expresses a belief or a standpoint that someone feels really strong on. Pay attention to the news and you will know what to be making. You'll get the ideas, like a mask with an X through it, or an ornament with a mask with an X through it, or an ornament with a mask, and you know, it says I wear masks kind of thing. Mask up, whatever it may be. The other thing is the climate thing, right? So right now, the climate change thing is becoming a very popular emotionally charged thing. And so you can make stuff around that as well. Something that says, I like change, I like growth, but I don't like a changing climate kind of thing. And you can make a little ornament like that with a beautiful earth or something like that. Let your imagination roll, but you've got to make stuff that the market wants. One thing I preach all the time, when you're getting into business, just because you think something looks cool or it's cute does not mean it's going to sell. The market is creating demand. The market will tell you if they will buy it. You always do a little bit of research first. But run with the fads, run with the emotionally charged things. I was telling you about 2021. I had somebody make me, have me make Christmas ornaments that were politically based, oriented towards one of the candidates. $10 a pop, right? I don't care. I'm making money off of it. I can't influence their opinion. Their opinion doesn't matter to me anyway. They can have it because I have my own. So I am hoping that this is giving you an idea about the Christmas thing. I want you to remember these points. Number one, November 1st, we are officially in Christmas season. You have 5 weeks to sell your stuff. Number two, keep your Christmas stuff personalized and specialized to niche-y things, and roll with the fads and roll with the emotionally charged things and roll with the trends. Okay, that's one thing I didn't say. If there's a trend happening, you want to get in that trend and be selling product, because a trend is a big thing. People are going that way, and you have the climate change thing. There's a trend in there, right? Play with the trend, make some money doing it, and support the whole climate change if you believe in it or not, that's an issue. Personally, I do believe that we are seriously hurting our climate, but that's just my opinion. You have yours, and I respect yours. Okay, what I want here is for you to have success during the holiday season and to do it right and do it well. So if this video is helpful, give me a thumbs up, and I want you to go out and make some money with your CNC machine and take advantage of the holiday season when people are wanting to buy stuff. You just happen to be the person out there solving that desire of people wanting to buy things to celebrate for the holiday. So go rock it out, make some amazing stuff, sell for Christmas, and yeah, let's have a lot of fun making stuff on our CNC machine.